Do you ever have an idea for your business or for anything and then you just sit on it too long because you're obsessed over the fact, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Is it a great idea? So your obsession and procrastination take over and nothing gets done. Well, that is what I've been struggling with. I vowed to try to do better with that. And so today I'm going to share with you an idea that I had that I went ahead and implemented for my Etsy shop to kind of test it out and see how it was going to do. So if you have ever struggled with procrastination and obsession, maybe you want to stick around to see if it's something you might want to try out as well. So last week's video was about the holiday season coming up for resellers, and I made a list of things that I wanted to try. One of the things on the list was bundle listings. Now, bundle listings are not a new idea. It's not like I created that idea, okay? A lot of resellers do it. A lot of other shops do it. And that's where you bundle things together and sell them as a gift. Now, the idea came from another video that I did called Neutral Vintage That Sells. And that video really resonated with a lot of people and resellers because it showed neutral vintage things like brass and wood and like ironstone and things that have a neutral palette that you can keep up and use throughout the seasons by just adding your own decor touch to. And I think people really like those items because, as we know, brass and things like that are still really hot sellers in the vintage world right now. So going along with that, I thought, well, what about people that want to get started with that, but then they're out searching for brass candlesticks or they're out searching for that one item and they got to wait until they get all of that in order to put stuff together. Well, what if I came up with 4 items that were all kind of neutral that I could just sell together and call it the Neutral Vintage Starter Kit? So that is exactly what I did. I came up with 4 items, somewhat neutral items that could be used in different settings, and I decided to list them together for one price. And here we go, to pink truck picker to my Etsy shop. I did list it as a feature item for right now, but I'm just going to go down here and show you the listing. And if you'll see right there, it says only one available and it's in one person's cart. So that is a good sign. I don't know if you know this, you probably do, but you know that if it's in someone's cart and it's a feature item, that little red writing won't show up on the feature part, but it will show up down on the listing. And then this is the listing itself. I did do a video showing all of the items and what they were getting. And I took pictures. You know, Etsy now lets you download more than 10 pictures, which was great because you can really get some detailed photos and show everything that might be wrong with something, because there was some things that had maybe like a little blemish or something on them. So you always want to make sure you put that, show a picture of it, and also put that in the listing itself. And then here's where, over here on the side, where I just put the description and made sure that I listed everything that was coming with it, the dimensions of everything, if there were any blemishes on anything, and I marked it as a great gift item. Everything you need to get started decorating with some neutral vintage items that can transition from each season just by adding your own touches. So as you can see, it is already in someone's cart, which I think is a really great sign that it might be something that people would be interested in. Now, you'll have to let me know if you do bundle listings. Have you done them in the past? Is it something new to you as well? So I am going to also implement a couple more listings like that and just kind of curate some jewelry that I had left over that's kind of just sitting around that I don't have listed, and put them together to try to sell them. That gets rid of product, but it also gives somebody like a full-fledged gift instead of just like one item. Here's an example of like a jewelry gift bundle. These are all little items I found in a jewelry jar that I haven't sold and I haven't listed separately, but find things with maybe similar colors or a similar theme, and you could market that as one gift for one price. Like this might be like a Christmas or like religious type theme, and they all have different hues of golds, and just market that as a little gift bundle. I think that would work well as well. Now, if you do this, bundle things together, you are going to run into the occasional customer that's going to be like, can I just get that deer? Or can I just get that picture? So if somebody messes you and just wants one thing out of the bundle, then that's up to you whether you want to break it apart and sell one item at a time and then either relist the bundle with something else in it, or at that point just list it all separately. And those are all things that you just kind of have to go with the flow if you're selling, because it's all about sales, sales, sales. But I'm really interested to see how this does, and I'm going to be able to come back and report to you to let you know if this sells. I do have a small shopping haul. I want to show you some really great things that I just found. Most of my shopping haul came from a vendor mall in Kentucky, but I do have this one thing that I found at my local Goodwill. I ran in there real quick and I saw these beautiful plates. Now, I only found 3 of them, but they all have a different cockatoo on there. They're so pretty. And they are the Tropical Forest Collection, and it's that Andrea by Sadek or Andrea by Sadak, which if you're a reseller or if you've been shopping at all, you know that that brand made a lot of stuff in the 80s and 90s. So I'm not sure how vintage these are, but it is a good selling brand for me. That stuff under that Andrea by Sadek or Andrea by Sadak. On 2 Christmas items, one was this sweet little Lefton dish, a little footed dish. It's got the little mark under there, and it's like in a holly leaf motif on there with the little gold accents. And I think that's a sweet little trinket jar, candy jar, however you want to market it. Brass candlesticks always sell well. I have not come across these skinny ones like this before, and I know that they sell well, so I was really excited to find the variegated sizes ones and the little small in the thinner size, because I think those will do really well. This is the other little Christmas thing that I found. It's just a little nativity. I'm not sure how vintage it is. I actually picked it up for myself, but then I started thinking that I might have one similar to it. So when I get my Christmas stuff out this year, if I do have something very similar, I will probably just go ahead and sell this. It had a little bit of like where it looks like it needs to be washed, or that could be a scratch on the back, but I just thought that was really pretty. These little trays do really well in that, like they like to call it the Hollywood Regency style. When you start looking at vintage, there's all these like terms that people come up with, which is actually a really good idea to put in your tags, is Hollywood Regency. So it's anything with like the gold gilded look to it. That's a great tag word for your tags on your listings, is Hollywood Regency. So there are some people that will type that in to find something, and this kind of goes along with that, but it's just a little vanity tray, the little mirror trays, but in a really compact size. I love this little size, perfect for like little lipsticks or something like that. I did run into some more amber glass. This is a really cool little, I think this is called the War of Roses. I'll put it on the screen, the design of this, but it's like the canoe shaped little boat glass, and it has like the knob feet on the bottom, but it is really pretty. I found 2 of these really great Homeco leaf wreaths. They're in the shape of a heart. I have already sold one of these this year, and I sold one last year, but this time I found 2 that were being sold together. Now, I don't know if I will list them together. What do you guys think? Do you normally, would you list these together or separately? I've only ever sold them separately, like just one, but they are really cute, and these always sell for me, so this is a good find. Really cool teapot. I don't normally pick up teapots. I thought it was Mary Englebright because of the cherry design, but when I looked on the bottom, I found out it's actually Hallmark. But I did Google Lens it. There were some on eBay that were selling, and so because it was in great condition and I got it for a really great price, it was on a bottom shelf and it was like 50% off, and I don't think anybody saw it because there was like a lot of stuff on front of it, and they'd marked it down like 3 times. I didn't see any chips on it at all, so that's why I went ahead and took a chance on it. I think it's pretty, and I do still think it has that Mary Englebright aesthetic, which is very popular. So it could sell even though it is technically not her brand. Then I found this little sweet set of dishes. These are cute for a cat lover. I don't normally pick up like a whole set of stuff, especially when the cups are this small, because it is more of a smaller teacup size than a coffee cup. But when I show you the design, you'll know why I picked them up. So the little plate is like dessert size or salad size, but it has this sweet little cat design on there. Look at that thing, it's so sweet. And these are Bavarian dishes, which is very odd because I was not expecting it to be that. The design of it is not what I normally see for the Bavarian style things, but the little cup also has the matching design of the plate. Look on the back, it has another little design on there. So I do think this is a great gift for a cat lover. And that's all I found on this shopping trip. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Do you do bundle listings? And have you tried bundle listings before, or any type of like gift sets or anything like that? Let me know what you've tried in your store, what's worked, what hasn't. Let me know what you think about the vintage neutral starter kit. I don't know. I'm just glad that I didn't procrastinate. I just went ahead and put it out there without worrying about it. If you are like me and you do have that procrastination or obsession type thing, just know that you are not alone. It is not always something that you can just snap your fingers and get over, but it is something that you might be able to just step out in faith if you see some other people trying it, or you find an idea or something, you want to try it for your shop or whatever it is that's going on in your life right now and you want to try it. Just try to give yourself a little grace, but step out in faith and just give it a shot. Honestly, I've learned more from the things that I've failed from than from the things that I've succeeded from. So with your listings and other things, like, do the best you can, but don't obsess over it. Just get it listed, get you a description on there and get you some good pictures on there, and just go ahead and list it and see what happens. I really appreciate all of you so much. You are the best pink truck pals in the world. I have loved all of your comments and messages. And if you message me on Instagram as well, I am trying to follow all of you on there. Really, really appreciate all of the people that have subscribed. I actually reached a milestone on YouTube. I have gotten to 1,000 subscribers, which I didn't think would ever be possible. I've been on YouTube for over a year. I've made like over 100 and something videos, and not all of them are great. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, but I really appreciate every single subscriber. It means so much. I really appreciate you. I love this YouTube community. I think it's a great place that we can encourage one another and build each other up, because we all need that in today's world. We all need a little kindness, and you guys are the kindest of the kind. I appreciate all of you so much. I will see you really soon in the next video. What is that Carly Simon song? Anticipation is making me wait. Or is it making me late? I don't know, but that is the same thing as procrastination. I don't know.